Good morning, everybody. Happy almost Thanksgiving. I decided to go on and do the winter bedroom Christmas tour since it is decorated and clean. And then after Thanksgiving, I plan on coming back with some Christmas videos. Still working on leaves, but dividing the time between decorating and that. And I also do have a friend haul from several good friends, some wonderful treasures some sent me, and then our friend Janet gifted me. So I'll do that maybe Friday. And then our bedroom is all finished. The kitchen is almost done. And the living room is probably 70%, 75% done. So let's get started on the winter bedroom. I'll just give you a little look. All around. Like I said, it's a small room. A lot of favorite collections are in here, especially in the cupboard. We'll start right here on the doorknob hanger that John made. I just added a Santa that probably had him 20 years, so that means he's probably vintage. And there's another one that matches him hanging over here on another peg rack. And I just kept those wonderful old purses there. Didn't really decorate inside there. A friend made this card, and I just made it into a hanger. And of course, there are those wonderful Disney ducks that Vicky got us when she went to Disney. There's another winter P. Buckley moss and one up there. And I know the fan is making a glare. And then there's that gorgeous ironstone pitcher that my neighbor gave me. It is English ironstone, and I just love it. It's perfect color in here. And I love this baby shoe, and I just put a shoe in it. And I have the turquoise rosary on it. That's a reproduction, but it's so pretty. This is vintage. That's Jesus on a manger. These two Santas hanging are Thomas Kincaid, and then this is a Russian Santa and a vintage, adorable postcard. And on top of this great child's dresser, I have one of my vintage shoes with a bottle brush tree and some more bottle brush trees. I didn't change anything up there on the shelf, but there's the other Santa that matches the one hanging on the other peg rack. And that's a little winter bunny. It hangs there all the time. On this little child's cupboard, there's a bottle brush tree in the present cup that Janet got us. And this is another little present cup. That's a little vintage elf and two vintage Puts houses and another one of those little vintage elves. And the only thing else I added on this shelf was this little angel, and I kept all those wonderful little children's cups there. And down here, I added the little Santa candy holder. And of course, since this was Cindy's bedroom, those are pictures of Cindy when she was a baby and younger and when she graduated. And here's that gorgeous angel print that I know you can't see because of the, let me see if I can get over here. No, it's going to be a glare, but y'all have seen this many times. I absolutely love this. More baby shoes back there. The antique stained glass. And I always, in this little Bakelite purse, put the little glass bulbs, the garland, and the ball that were my mom and daddy's. We used them on the trees for years and years when I was a child. And I'm 77, so you know they're old. And in this glass compote, lots of gorgeous vintage balls. And that's a vintage garland hanging out of it. That is a newer garland right there, but the colors were perfect. And I put out some of these absolutely beautiful vintage earrings and brooches that are in reds and greens. All came from yard sales. I have a huge collection of costume jewelry, and honestly, I don't know that much about it. I just buy what I like if it's cheap. I'm sure some of them are worth something. And they're in that mirror tray that I've had for, I think we got those last year. And there's a vintage cross. And down here, I showed you all the pins that was in this box last year. All Christmas pins. In the window, and I know they're hard to see, I didn't make these two. A friend made that one out of an old crazy quilt. And this was made out of a coverlet. And this is the beautiful bedspread, Christmas bedspread. It has red, green, pink. It has the turquoise that's in this room. So it was a perfect bedspread. That's what our son and our daughter-in-law Jen got me last year. And that deer pillow did come from a yard sale a couple years ago. And one of my favorite winter prints, this antique snow scene. They're carrying a tree to the church for Christmas. Just gorgeous. And then this was a Thomas Kincaid that came from a yard sale for $10. Another P. Buckley moss up there. And this is another favorite. This wonderful, beautiful lady with the gorgeous hat and muff. That came from a yard sale too. And so did the little lamp and the little chest that I'm using for a nightstand. Right here is another compote full of gorgeous vintage balls. All came from yard sales. The colors were perfect for this room. And up there, I kept the bead doll out and I just gave her a bottle brush wreath. Here is that wonderful tree I've had for, oh my gosh, I've probably had that, I don't know, maybe 25 years. And it doesn't stand up very well anymore, but it is filled with vintage goodness. This was how it came when I bought it at a yard sale. And and it's a treasure. Another little reproduction, Puts House in a cloche. I love these two pieces. I think they came from Maryfield, up in North Virginia where our kids live. Can't remember where that came from. I've had it a long time. And a vintage postcard. Up there, another P. Buckley moss. Another P. Buckley moss. All the P. Buckley mosses I have, except for one, came from yard sales. A couple we did have framed, but most were already framed. And down here is that gorgeous little child's oak desk that we got at a yard sale. I believe that was last year. It's just a wonderful piece. And this is one of the last cards I got from my sister before she passed away in March. And there's that adorable little boy and his dog. And there is another wonderful pair of shoes. So this is all of this Christmas bedroom tour. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. It's small, but it's filled with wonderful vintage and antique treasures. I'm still trying to play catch up on watching everyone's videos. I see so many wonderful ones that I want to see, and I'll get to them when I have time, maybe after we get caught up with the leaves. But as I said, I'm going to try to do the haul video on Friday, and then probably the next after that will be our bedroom. So have a wonderful, blessed, safe Thanksgiving. Love and blessings to y'all from me and John and baby boy. Till the next time. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.